Chicago. Not London and Harvard, not Paris and buttermilk. It is American in every chitlin and spare rib. It is alive from snout to tail. Journalist H.L. Mencken wrote that about 100 years ago. It's still true today, especially the snout to tail part.
When I start cutting and you see me holding my knife like a serial killer, this is actually proper butchering technique.
Rob Levitt is the chef and owner of Motto. It's in Chicago's Wicker Park neighborhood. It's a nondescript looking little place where all the meat comes straight from the farm to the kitchen. Every week, Rob buys and butchers a pig or two. For about a year now, he's been selling front row seats for people who want to see how it's done. Tickets are $50 each. So far, it's a sellout crowd every time. Why are you here?
I think butchering's fascinating.
Right.
My wife got this as an anniversary present for me.
When you meet your meat at this early stage, you realize how sheltered most of us are from the hard, messy work of turning a dead animal into an entree.
The next thing we're going to do is take off the shoulder.
It's usually not the sights that people have trouble with. It's the sound.
Just snap the backbone. I've had servers almost quit because of this sound. I need a new saw blade.
Mom?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this year for my birthday, I got a butchering knife and a set of larding and darning needles.
You're very sick.
I appreciate that.
I knew you would. As Rob demonstrates, knowing a pig's anatomy can give you a whole new perspective on where the flavor is. The most popular cuts of pork aren't necessarily the best. Pork chops are cut from muscles along the backbone. And the tenderloin is here, extending down into the back leg.
It's not my favorite because it has very little flavor. The more a muscle's exercised, the better it's going to taste. The more it gets to develop. The more blood works through it, the more fat it develops. This thing just kind of sits here. It supports the loin, it supports the back end of the pig, but it doesn't move very much, so it doesn't have a chance to develop any flavor.
That's why more muscular cuts, like pork shoulder, above the front legs, are a little tougher, but much tastier.
This is the prize. You know, you guys can have the pork chops, you can have the belly, you can have the ham, I'll take this.
And there are some very tasty bits that most people would never think to ask for, like the jowl. That fold of skin that hangs below an animal's chin.
Sometimes we cure them, sometimes we cook them. And the skin gets real crispy and it gets really smoky and you cut slices and it's real, like, fatty and rich and chewy.
Shoulder, jowl, and organ meat, like this kidney, are treasures that you won't find shrink-wrapped in your average grocery store. You're really the tip of a sphere of new sort of appreciation for these kind of arts, and you guys are the early adapters. The real test of whether Americans are ready to become more inclusive meat eaters isn't just at the butcher's block. It's at the dinner table. Happy anniversary.
Thank you.
Ooh, what's this?
This is the crispy, comfy pork jowl with a garlic steak salsa verde.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. And that's that whole jowl. Remember he had that jowl? Jowl just isn't a cut that you see on a lot of menus. People don't know what they're missing. That's a chef cutting a piece of meat because he knows what he's going to do with it afterwards. And the crunch and the crust on that, that's the fattiest piece of cooked pork I think I've ever eaten and fallen in love with. Seriously. It's amazing. And remember that kidney Rob pulled out of his pig's carcass? Rob puts it on the grill with hunks of bacon.
No, I've never had this before, so this will be a first for me.
You're going to love them. There's nothing like getting an organ straight from a carcass to a plate with no refrigerator in between. Those kidneys are awesome. I mean, they're crunchy like celery. They're so fresh.
And I would eat these again.
Oh, why wouldn't it say? We got the kidney.
It's fantastic.
Kidding. Nice. I've seen the future of American meat eating, and it looks like this. And also like this. It does sort of look like a hospital lab experiment gone horribly.